Vanga predicted great wealth for these 6 zodiac signs in 2026. 2026 will be the year when wealth will shift, as if the earth itself will open its bowels and release treasures for the chosen ones. So said Vanga, briefly, clearly like a verdict of fate. Her words carried not a premonition, but a direct instruction from the universe. This year, 6 signs of the zodiac will see their hands touch real gold. Not metaphorical, not spiritual, real, material wealth that will change everything. Her vision of 2026 was so strong that she called it the year of the monetary revolution. Money that has been sitting idle for years will finally start moving. People who have been working quietly will suddenly find themselves at the center of a financial boom. Streams of wealth, hidden until now, will open up for these 6 signs. This is not just a prediction, it is a sign from above. If you feel that in 2025, fate has been preparing you for something bigger, you need to watch this video. Because maybe your name is among the 6 for whom the universe is preparing life-changing wealth. Subscribe now, so you don't miss your prophecy. Aries. 2026 will usher in a new financial cycle for Aries, unlike any previous one. This is not just a time of growth. It is a year when the universe will test the strength of your determination, character, and ability to take risks. From the first weeks of the year, events will begin to unfold around you that will seem like coincidences, but each of them will be part of a grand plan. Aries will feel an inner call to action that burns away doubts and compels them to move forward, even when logic whispers, "Stop." Those who dare to act will open the door to great wealth. The first signs of this turning point will come unnoticed. An unexpected offer, an acquaintance with a person who seems unimportant, but who will later become the key to your breakthrough. You will feel that the world itself is pushing you in the right direction. And indeed, 2026 will set the energy of Aries on a material rise. Everything that previously seemed difficult will begin to fall into place like a puzzle of fate. Many Aries will have the chance to reach new levels of income through an unexpected project or partnership. But the main secret to success this year is not in work or luck, but in trusting your own intuition. It will be more accurate than any calculations. Aries, who are used to acting impulsively, will feel that this time their impulses are leading them in the right direction. This is a year when it is worth betting on yourself without waiting for the world's approval. Spring will bring a decisive turn. During this period, someone will profit from an old business that seemed dead. Others will find a way to monetize a talent they never even thought about before. But the main thing is the growth of influence. People will start to listen to you, respect you, and invite you to places where the doors were previously closed. Influence and money will go hand in hand, forming a foundation that will provide stability for many years to come. In the middle of the year, tests will begin. They are not like crises. They are more like a test of your ability to maintain clarity of thought at a time when everything around you resembles a storm. Your reaction will determine the scale of your future wealth. Those who are afraid will remain with little, while those who act with a cool head will hit the jackpot. 2026 will not tolerate hesitation. Therefore, if an opportunity arises, take it without waiting for confirmation. By autumn, the material success of Aries will become obvious even to those who doubted. Money, deals, new businesses, investment returns, everything will start to multiply. But the most important thing that will come with money is confidence. You will finally understand that your sense of risk is not a flaw, but a gift. It is this that will lead you to financial success. And although the path will not be smooth, it will make you stronger than ever. Aries, who were on the brink at the beginning of the year, without savings, bonds, with lost hopes, will see a different reality at the end of 2026. A new home, a different circle of people, a different life. The wealth that comes will not fall from the sky. It will be a reward for years of struggle and belief in your own strength. And this belief will become a magnet that attracts success from all directions. In financial terms, 2026 will be a record-breaking year. There will be a chance to make a profit that will change not only your life, but also the lives of those around you. Aries will be able to unite people around them, creating joint ventures that will bring in streams of money. This year will give you the feeling that you are not just earning money, you are creating a reality where money works for you. There is one more detail. In her visions, Vanga spoke of those born under the sign of fire, saying that they would have golden hands in the year when the element awakens again. 2026 is that year. Everything that Aries touches with faith and inspiration will turn into success. Even where others see crisis, Aries will see opportunity. And the bolder their decisions, the greater the result. After autumn, there will be a period of calm, but this does not mean a decline. It is a time for reflection. You will look back on the path you have traveled and be amazed at how far you have come. The wealth that will come is not only in money, it is in the ability to control your destiny, in inner strength that cannot be bought. And it is this strength that will attract even more prosperity. People who once doubted your abilities will start asking for advice. You will become an authority, and your words will carry weight. 2026 will be a year when every action of Aries will have a financial response. This is not just a coincidence. It is the world's energetic response to your willingness to take responsibility. Money will love movement and will move where there is power, and the power is yours. That is why even the riskiest decisions will bring rewards. Don't ignore the signs that appear in the first few months. People, situations, even small details. Everything will lead you to a certain financial explosion. By the end of the year, this boom will become obvious. Aries, who previously barely kept afloat, will feel like masters of their own lives. And not just with money, with power, influence, and the ability to make their own rules. Vanga predicted that among all the signs, it is Aries who will be able to change matter with their desires. This phrase will become the symbol of the year. Your thoughts, decisions, and intentions will come to fruition faster than ever. And if you learn to focus only on what you really want, the universe will not be able to refuse you. The end of the year will bring a deep understanding that financial success is not the end of the road, but only the beginning. A new path will open up before you, where money becomes a tool, not a goal. And this is where the main lesson of the year will manifest itself. True wealth is not only in numbers, but in the ability to change the world around you. Aries will become a symbol of the will that turns any reality into gold. In 2026, this sign will cross the line of fears and doubts to see that success is not a miracle, but a pattern for those who do not stop. And when most people are just beginning to realize that the world has changed, you will already be at the top, with new resources, new strength, and the feeling that fate has finally kept its promise. Taurus. For Taurus, 2026 will be a year of breaking the chains that have held back their path to true wealth. Long years of patience, inner doubts, and invisible efforts will finally merge into a powerful breakthrough. This is not just luck. It is a fateful compensation for the years when the universe seemed to be testing your endurance. And now, as Taurus stands on the threshold of a new stage, The energies of the world are returning 100-fold. The first signs of change will appear at the beginning of the year. What seemed familiar will begin to crumble, making room for something big. Perhaps it will be a new venture that you were afraid to start, or an investment that you didn't have the courage to make. But it is these risks that will bring super profits. Taurus, who takes a step into the unknown, will get results that exceed all expectations. Financial opportunities will come out of the shadows, like gold that has been lying under the dust for years. People who once did not believe in you will be forced to admit that it was your perseverance and composure that became the key to success. But most importantly, you will feel the fear of loss disappear. 2026 will teach Taurus to manage money, not be held hostage by it. In February-March, signs will appear that cannot be ignored. Offers that seem too good to be true are not traps this time, but rewards. Your task is to sense the moment when the universe gives you permission to act. During this period, a financial flow may open up suddenly. New clients, unexpected payments, winnings, or even the sale of something that has been useless for years. And each of these events will be confirmation that 2026 is working for you. Spring will be a time of change in your social circle. Those who devalued your efforts will disappear. Instead, people who bring new ideas, knowledge, and resources will come. One of them may become a partner or inspiration, helping you create a project that will become a source of stable income. But it is important to trust only those who speak to you in the language of action, not promises. Taurus is an earth sign, and in 2026, the ground beneath your feet will begin to bear fruit. You sowed seeds without knowing whether they would sprout, but now the harvest will come from unexpected directions. People you once helped will return with words of gratitude and offers you cannot refuse. This is the year when every good deed from the past will receive its financial equivalent. But the real breakthrough will begin in the summer. This is the time when your name will begin to be mentioned, where important issues are decided. Money will start coming in faster than you can count it. But along with this will come the test of power over your own success. Wealth will test your maturity. Will you be able to keep a clear head when everything around you tempts you with ease and luxury? It is at this moment that Taurus's main strength, self-control, will manifest itself. You will not rush into a chaos of spending, but will begin to build an empire. Perhaps it will be your own company, an online project, real estate, or an investment strategy. Everything related to material things will be on your side. Money will become an obedient tool if you maintain inner discipline. In the middle of the year, old doors that seemed closed forever will open. An offer that you once rejected will return in a new form, more profitable and realistic. This is where the power of fate will manifest itself. It returns opportunities, but only to those who have not broken down. Taurus will get a second chance, and this time everything will work out perfectly. Autumn will bring results. The sense of stability that you have been looking for years will finally appear. Money will cease to be a source of fear. It will become part of the natural flow of life. You will develop a strategic vision, not just to earn money, but to create something that lives independently of you. This is a period when Taurus transforms from an employee to an owner, from an executor to a master of destiny. At the same time, people's trust in you will grow. You will begin to be seen as someone who always knows what they are doing. And this is no coincidence. Vanga once said that those born under the sign of Earth will discover a hidden source of wealth within themselves in a year of great change. In 2026, Taurus will embody this prophecy. The source is truly within you, in your endurance, in your ability not to give up, even when everything is against you. But the most powerful test will come at the end of the year. When your finances stabilize, when it seems that everything is under control, life will suddenly ask you, what are you willing to do to move to the next level? This will be a moment of choice, to stay in your comfort zone or to take a risk for true greatness. And it is this risk that will determine the scale of your wealth. Many Taurus will receive an unexpected boost during this period. An inheritance, a large purchase, a move, or an offer that changes everything. And here you cannot hesitate. Fate acts quickly and gives only to those who are ready to accept. Those who take this step will stand at the top of the financial pyramid by the end of the year, looking at the world without fear or doubt. 2026 will teach you the most important thing. Money comes in unitions when you don't chase it, but live with dignity, work with passion, and act with wisdom. And then the universe itself will open up the flows, because it sees in you someone who is capable of managing them. This is how Taurus will transform from a symbol of stability into a symbol of prosperity. This year will give you not only financial independence, but also an awareness of your own worth. You will understand that no one can dictate the rules to you, because you are the one who creates them. Wealth will not be a goal, but a side effect of your inner strength. And then, when many here are still looking for ways to succeed, you will already be walking confidently, knowing that true luxury is the peace of mind that comes not from money, but from self-confidence. By the end of 2026, Taurus will stand on the solid ground of their own achievements. Not accidental, not gifted, earned by every minute of perseverance. And this will only be the beginning of a new stage, where money is no longer a goal, but a means to create a world that reflects your values. And when others are just beginning to understand that it's time to act, you will have long been living in a reality where dreams turn into numbers in your bank account, and your stability will become legendary for those who are still searching for theirs. Gemini. For Gemini, 2026 will be the year when the word coincidence loses its meaning. Every encounter, every idea, even the smallest conversation, everything will begin to fit together into a giant puzzle of financial prosperity. Those who have hesitated for years will suddenly feel that time is no longer waiting. The world will open its doors to Gemini, behind which lies not just success, but explosive growth in prosperity. And this year will be the dividing line between who they were and who they were born to be. The beginning of the year will seem chaotic. It will be as if reality is falling apart. Old patterns will cease to work, and stability will seem like an illusion. But hidden within this disorder is a system that only Gemini can see. Where others see chaos, they will sense a new path. It is in these first events that the code to your future success is embedded. The first 3 months of 2026 will bring changes in financial matters. Some will receive an unexpected offer of cooperation from abroad. Others will have the chance to start their own business or invest in an area that was previously considered too risky. But here, what Vanga called air intuition will come into play. The ability of Gemini to sense the future not with logic, but with instinct. And this instinct will lead straight to money. The year will begin with invisible changes in your social circle. Only those who are ready to move up will remain by your side. The rest will disappear without a trace. And it is this cleansing that will create space for new connections. One of them will be fateful. The person you meet in the first half of the year will become your guide to great profits. It could be a partner, a mentor, or even a competitor who inadvertently pushes you to make a breakthrough. Spring will be a moment of awakening. The feeling that the world is accelerating will force you to act without fear. You will stop analyzing and start creating. And this is where the first big financial victories will begin. Contracts, sales, the opportunity to reach a new level of income. Everything will happen quickly. Money will appear where yesterday there was nothing. And most importantly, this flow cannot be stopped. Summer will be a test. Against the backdrop of financial growth, an internal question will arise. Can I keep up with this pace? Your strength will be at its limit. But at this very moment, the universe will be watching you. If you are not afraid and continue to act, everything will become easier. Money will start coming not as a reward, but as a natural consequence of your decisions. In 2026, Gemini will learn to manage the energy of money as information. You will begin to see patterns, when to act, when to remain silent, when to take risks. This is not magic, but synchronization with the flow of reality. And it is this that will make you financially invulnerable. When others are looking for stability, you will already be living motion, where everything works in your favor. Vanga said that those born under the sign of breath will one day learn to turn ideas into gold. 2026 is that moment. Gemini will be able to earn money not with their hands, but with their minds. Ideas, words, knowledge, creativity, everything will become a source of income. Even a small thought, thrown in between tasks, can bring results that will surprise even you. In the middle of the year, large-scale events will begin. Gemini will feel that the world around them is reacting to their every move. You will feel as if you are in control of the script of your own life. And indeed, financial reality will obey you like music obeys a conductor. If you say, "I can do more," the world will respond with money. If you doubt, the flow will slow down. Therefore, your strength this year lies in confidence, spoken aloud. Autumn will be the peak of material prosperity. Contracts, agreements, and projects that you once put aside will suddenly come to life. It seemed that everything was lost, but now every little thing is beneficial. People will seek your partnership because they will feel that everything you touch begins to bring profit. You will become a magnet for opportunities. And this state will last a long time, even after the end of the year. At the same time, 2026 will show another facet of success: price. The more growth, the more responsibility. At this point, the universe will ask, what will you do with the wealth you receive? And the answer will determine whether it will be a permanent blessing or a temporary gift. If you learn to share, invest, and create benefits for others, the flow will not disappear. If you close yourself off in your own interests, life will find a way to restore balance. The end of the year is the culmination. Gemini, who have gone through all the stages with faith, will find themselves on a new level. Money will cease to be a goal. It will become an extension of you. Doors will open to large systems, international markets, large companies, and large-scale connections. And this is where the true power of the sign will manifest itself: the ability to transform chaos into a system, an idea into profit, and words into action. 2026 will transform you into a person who knows how reality is created. All the previous years were just preparation for this. And now that everything has come together, experience, intellect, inspiration, you will see that success does not come from outside. It lives inside you. waiting for the moment when you believe in your own power completely. Gemini will become a symbol of the mind that brings money and the money that brings freedom. In 2026, you will no longer seek stability, you will create it yourself. And while others will only dream of a chance, you will already have it in your hands, knowing that every idea, every step, every word is another step towards a life in which there are no more limits for you. Cancer. For Cancer, 2026 will be a year when the world begins to open unexpected doors, ones that lead to big money, but were invisible until now. Everything that has long seemed stable and predictable will suddenly begin to sway and change shape, like the sea before a storm. But it is in these waves that enormous potential is hidden. For Cancer, who is not afraid to step out of their comfort zone, this year will be explosive, a time when fate tests their strength in order to reward them with material prosperity that will change their life forever. At the beginning of the year, there will be a moment when it seems that the old roads are closed. People you trusted will leave, agreements will fall apart, circumstances will turn everything upside down. But this is the beginning of a great transformation. The universe is clearing the space to make way for real opportunities. And when many are frightened and stop, Cancer will take a step forward, guided by an inner premonition. This step will be the turning point after which money will start to appear as if out of thin air. The year of the fire horse activates Cancer's greatest strength, intuition bordering on clairvoyance. You will begin to see what others do not notice. Opportunities where everyone else sees risk, gold where others see dust. Everything you touch with confidence will grow. At first, there will be small wins, successful sales, and unexpected bonuses. But by spring, these little things will turn into a stream that will be difficult to stop. Spring will be decisive. Cancer will experience an inner transformation. The fear of loss will disappear. Instead, cold determination and a desire to act will appear. During this period, the universe will present you with a situation that at first glance will look like a challenge or even a crisis, but in fact will become a point of entry into a new reality. Perhaps you will decide to change the direction of your business, abandon old methods, or join forces with someone you did not take seriously before. And it is this decision that will break down old financial constraints. Money will start coming in through surprising channels. For some, it will be through an inheritance or legal settlement. For others, through a project that has been sitting in a drawer for a long time. But the most interesting thing is that these financial flows will have no logical explanation. They will simply appear. And this is a sign that Cancer has entered its period of divine support. The real magic will begin in the summer. All the efforts you once put in, every sleepless night, every decision made with faith, will begin to pay off 100-fold. People who once turned away will suddenly start seeking your advice. And those who doubted will be forced to admit that you have become someone who turns trials into gold. But it is at this time that the main test will come. Will you be able to maintain this flow? The year 2026 will bring you an opportunity that will not be repeated. It could be an offer, a deal, a purchase, or an unexpected acquaintance that will open the door to a massive financial boom. Such a chance comes once in a lifetime. And it depends on your courage, whether it will turn into a success story or melt away like a dream. You cannot hesitate. If your heart says yes, act without hesitation, and you will get everything. Autumn will be the peak of change. The feeling of growth will be so strong that at first you may even feel fear. How can you hold on to all this? But instead of control, you will need to embrace movement. Cancerians who manage to let go of their excessive desire to control everything will receive even more. At this time, doors will open to new sources of income, investments, international projects, real estate, large purchases, maybe even lottery luck. Everything will work for you. The year will end with a bang. Where there were once debts, there will be surplus. Where there was uncertainty, there will be strength. And most importantly, you will feel that fate has rewarded you. This is not a coincidence or a gift. It is justice that the universe is returning for your dedication, honesty, and perseverance. In her vision, Virgo Vanga said that Shans, the sign of water in the year of fire, will become a source of life for others. It is Cancer who will receive this blessing. Your wealth will not be cold. It will become the warmth that you bring to the world. And that is why it will not disappear, because it was not created just for you. 2026 will make you the center of a powerful financial field that will nourish everything you create. At the same time, this year will teach you to filter your surroundings. With money will come those who want to take advantage of your success. Here you have to be ruthless. Cut out everything that takes away your energy. Wealth loves clean space. Don't drag the past behind you. Don't justify other people's mistakes. Your task is to move on, even if you have to leave someone behind. As the year comes to an end, you will realize that the main wealth is not only in money, it is in the ability to create. You will see that you can create not only capital, but also destinies, help, support, inspire. This is not just a financial breakthrough, it is a transition to a new level of being. Cancer will become an example for other signs, proof that even the most emotional and sensitive can be incredibly strong if they believe in themselves. And when others are just starting to look for opportunities, you will already be at the top, realizing that all this is the result of your courage not to give up. 2026 will be the year when Cancer becomes a force to be reckoned with. A person who knows how to read the world without words will suddenly begin to control cash flows like a conductor of an orchestra. And when everyone looks at you, trying to understand how you did it, you will just smile, because you will know that the real formula for wealth is not in chance, but in the belief that even on the darkest night, you can find your way if you listen to your heart. The year will end with a quiet but majestic realization. There is no more fear. You will feel that you can handle any flow, withstand any load. And when the moment comes to make a choice, to stay in your comfort zone or move up, you will no longer hesitate. Because 2026 will make you not just a rich person, but a person who creates wealth. And this difference will stay with you forever. Leo, 2026 will be a stage for Leo, where they will step into the spotlight of destiny, but this time not to prove their strength, but to finally reap the rewards for it. The year of the fire horse will give you what you have been waiting for years, a chance to turn your life around, go beyond the familiar, and taste true triumph. Not a quiet one, but a loud, powerful one that will roll like thunder over your entire past. And the world will begin to look at you with completely different eyes. At the beginning of the year, Leo will feel an uneasy tension, as if the ground beneath their feet is about to give way. Things that seemed stable will begin to waver, relationships will be tested, and those around them will react unpredictably. This is not the end, but a prologue to rebirth. The universe is beginning to prepare you for a breakthrough, and this process cannot be gentle. You must lose the old to gain more than you ever dreamed of. The first stroke of success will come suddenly, like lightning. Some Leos will receive an offer that seems too good to be true. Others will find an opportunity where everyone else sees a dead end, in a ruined business, in a closed contract, in a refusal that will suddenly turn into a blessing. These are the first steps in a big game, and your main trump card in it is your courage. Your financial potential in 2026 will grow exponentially. Money will come not gradually but in waves, sometimes calm, sometimes stormy, and each storm brings to even more. But the main thing is that something new will awaken in you, an insatiable appetite for life, a passion for creation, a thirst for action. The Leo, who was calm and restrained, will suddenly start to act like a flame, and it is this flame that will become a magnet for big money. Spring 2026 will be a time of choice between the old and the new for you. You may have a chance to radically change your field of activity or invest money in a risky but potentially groundbreaking project. And if you dare, the payoff will be incredible. At this very moment, fate will prepare you for a role that will change not only your financial situation, but also your social status. By summer, Leo will become a center of gravity for others. People will seek your presence, entrust you with large resources, and sign contracts without even asking for guarantees. Because the main guarantee is you. You will radiate confidence that cannot be faked, and this confidence will become your currency. In the middle of the year, money will begin to multiply at an incredible rate. For some, it will be a business that reaches a new level. For others, it will be an unexpected breakthrough in creativity, a project that will bring not only popularity, but also wealth. But with this success will come a test. Will you be able to maintain your balance when everything around you is shining? In the summer of 2026, an event awaits you that can be called fateful. It could be meeting someone who will open the way to big money, or a situation that seems trivial but changes everything. Don't miss this moment. It will come suddenly, but it will be impossible not to feel it. Your heart will tell you that this is it. It is after this that a real financial upswing will begin. Autumn will be a period of recognition. Your name, reputation, and projects will all begin to bear fruit. Money will come easily, but not without meaning. Every sum, every contract will be the result of your energy. At this time, doors will open for large investments, property purchases, your own brand, or a large-scale business. You will not just start earning, you will create a structure that lives even without your participation. But the main force of 2026 is not in finances, but in the transformation of your personality. You will understand that money does not change a person, it only reinforces who they already are. If you are ready to act sincerely, devotedly, and wisely, success will be permanent. If you try to grab everything in a hurry, the flow will disappear. But Leo has never been one to play small. You think big, and that is what will open the way to true financial freedom for you. Towards the end of the year, another test will come. You will have to make a decision that will determine the next decade. It could be a change of country, the launch of an international business, the sale of an old asset, or a new contract that will take you to the World League. The choice will be difficult, but the result will be spectacular. The universe will push you to take a risk because it knows that this time, risk is a form of reward. In her visions, Vanga said that the fire in the hearts of those who do not betray themselves will attract the gold of the world. In 2026, Leo will be the embodiment of this truth. You will not betray yourself, even when everyone around you is whispering, "Stop." And so the universe will reward you, not just with money, but with power over your own destiny. This year's financial opportunities will be limitless. Some Leos may have several sources of income at once, and even the smallest idea can turn into a goldmine. But the main thing is to realize that wealth is not an external event, but an internal state. And once you understand this, the flow will become inexhaustible. 2026 will make Leo a symbol of strength, leadership, and confidence. Everything that once seemed unattainable will become commonplace. You will begin to plan on a larger scale, think strategically, and act as if the whole world is your market. And that will not be an exaggeration, because the energy of the year is tuned to those who are not afraid of greatness. As the year draws to a close, you will look back and see that no loss was in vain. Every storm, every doubt, every sleepless night brought you here. And now, standing at the top, you will understand. It was not the universe that tested you. You yourself prepared for this moment. 2026 will bring Leos not ostentatious, but genuine greatness. Money, status, influence, all this will come. But the main thing that will remain is a sense of inner peace. You will finally feel that fate is not fighting you, but playing on your side. And then a new ambition will arise in you, not just to have, but to create. And this will be the main miracle of the year, when Leo will become not only a symbol of strength, but also a source of prosperity for everyone around. Virgo. For Virgo, 2026 will be a year when fate destroys the usual order to give her real power over reality. It will be a year in which precision and cold calculation will finally bring not just stability, but massive wealth. But the path to it will not be smooth. Virgo will experience a series of events that will initially seem chaotic, but will turn out to be a carefully planned path to a breakthrough. The universe will act sharply, without compromise, because 2026 is not a time for caution. It is a time when even the most cautious must take a step into the unknown. From the first days of the year, you will feel that the old rules no longer work. Previously, you could build everything step by step, calculatedly, logically. Now everything will begin to change rapidly. Things that seemed hopeless will suddenly start to pay off. People who ignored your ideas will come back asking for your cooperation. And most importantly, your intuition, which you are used to disregarding, will begin to work more accurately than any analytical calculations. 2026 will take you beyond dry logic into a realm where not only the mind counts, but also the feeling of the moment. The first signs of financial change will appear as early as January, February. These may be small but symbolic victories. An unexpected debt repayment, new clients, a successful contract, a profitable purchase or sale. Don't ignore these details. They are like signals from a system that is preparing you for a major leap forward. Spring will be the catalyst. An event, a meeting, or even a casual remark from someone in your circle will suddenly push you to make a decision that will change your financial trajectory for years to come. During this period, Virgo will feel excitement for the first time in a long time. What used to be scary will now be interesting. This is the year when your desire for control will turn into a force that manages chaos. You will not just adapt, you will begin to dictate the terms. All your professional skills, experience, and accumulated knowledge will merge into a single system, and it will begin to work with clockwork precision. But instead of peace of mind, this precision will bring something much greater: control over cash flow. In the spring, life will present you with a choice: the safe path with predictable results, or a risk that could change everything. And this risk is your point of growth. It is here that the real profit lies. It may involve investing in a new business, changing your career path, starting your own business, or even moving. It will seem like a leap into the dark, but beneath that darkness lies a treasure. In the summer of 2026, there will be a financial boom. Money will start coming in from all directions. What once took years will now begin to bear fruit almost instantly. You will find yourself in a whirlwind of deals, contracts, purchases, investments, and new acquaintances. Everything around you will become dynamic, and if you can, keep up with this pace, your name will begin to be associated with success. You will become an authority that others will turn to for advice. And this is not just recognition. It is a signal that you have risen to a level where money is no longer a goal, but a tool. Along with financial growth will come a test of power, influence, and temptation. Sudden wealth always carries with it the risk of losing your sobriety. But this is where the true essence of Virgo will manifest itself. You will not let your emotions control you. On the contrary, you will use them as fuel for expansion. While others waste their earnings, you will invest, accumulate, and systematize. And this discipline will make you invincible. The fall of 2026 will be the moment when the past begins to bring profits. Projects that you once closed will suddenly become relevant again. People you have parted ways with will return with lucrative offers. This is a period when even forgotten attempts will turn into dividends. But most importantly, you will understand that wealth does not come from outside. It comes when you start thinking differently, and you are already thinking big. Vanga once said that those who work with their minds will saint how the earth itself will begin to bear fruit when the year of the fire horse comes. These words are about you. In 2026, the land of your efforts will blossom. It has long been barren because you chose safety, but now it is saturated with your decisions, risks, and energy. And this harvest will be colossal. This year, you can achieve what you have been quietly dreaming of. Buying your own home, starting a family business, saving your first million, investing in a project that will provide for you for years to come. But the main thing is not the numbers, but the state of mind. You will feel that for the first time in your life, you are truly in control of your future. And this feeling will become the new norm. The end of the year is a moment of calm before a new cycle. Fate will give you a short break so that you can realize the scale of the changes. You will look back and see how far you have come. Before, you were the one who doubted, who searched for the perfect formula. Now you are the one who creates those formulas yourself. Money no longer controls you, you control money. And this power is not temporary. 2026 will turn Virgo into the architect of their own wealth. Without grand gestures, without ostentatious luxury, everything will be precise, well-founded, and balanced, but incredibly large scale. And when others wonder how you did it, you will just smile. Because the answer is simple. You just acted when everyone else was hesitating. Your strength is in the details. But this year, the details merge into a grand picture. And that picture is you. A person who can see the system where others see chaos. A person who can build an empire without fanfare. A person whom 2026 will make not just rich, but confident that true power lies in the ability to build the future with your own hands. It will be a year when every action will matter, when every decision becomes a step towards greatness, and when you finally realize that you don't need to wait for a sign. You yourself are that sign. 2026 will make Virgo the one who holds the levers of the world in their hands. calmly, clearly, intelligently, and at the same time with a power that even those who never admit their fear are afraid of. Libra, 2026, will be a year of financial revival for Libra. Not a smooth one, but an explosive one that will change the very structure of life. A year when the balance you have always strived for will be broken, only to create a new harmony, but at the level of great success. The universe has long watched you hold yourself back, afraid to take a step, waiting for the perfect moment. And now, that moment has come. In 2026, the stars will align in such a way that even the most cautious Libras will find themselves on the brink of having to choose. Stay in the familiar, or take a step into a new era of their own power. The beginning of the year may seem strange. There will be dissonance in familiar things. What has worked for years will suddenly stop working. People who were close to you will begin to drift away. Finances will be unstable, as if testing your endurance. But this is not chaos. It is a restructuring. Fate seems to be testing you. Are you ready for the scale that awaits you? And only those Libras who manage not to be frightened by this instability will see how a new, powerful path sprouts from the ruins of the past. The first turning point will come at the end of winter. That's when you'll get the signal, a letter, a phone call, a new offer, an opportunity that will seem incredible. It could be an offer from someone you haven't seen in a long time, or an unexpected contract, or an idea you once rejected. It will all seem like a coincidence, but it is the beginning of a big game. And if you take a risk, your financial reality will begin to expand at a speed that is hard to imagine. Spring will unfold events before you in which there will be no room for indecision. The universe will seem to push you into action. During this period, it is important not to procrastinate. Every instant reaction, every yes or no, will determine your wealth. Money will start coming from everywhere, through new partnerships, unexpected projects, former clients, random investments. But the main things that it will come when you are not trying to control it. 2026 will teach you an important lesson. Financial harmony is not about control, it is about trusting yourself. At this time, your life will be full of encounters. New people who appear in your life will bring the energy of opportunity. One of them will be key. It is through this person that the door to financial success will open, exceeding all expectations. It could be a mentor, a business partner, or even a competitor who will push you to act more boldly. And although there will be mistrust at first, it is this interaction that will be the catalyst for major changes. The summer of 2026 is the time for Libras to become magnets for success. Everything you once did with doubt will begin to bear fruit. Even old ideas, forgotten plans, or closed projects will suddenly come to life. They will become a source of income you did not expect. But this period will require determination. The universe will be fast, money will be volatile, and opportunities will be short-lived. Only those who do not hesitate will be able to seize their moment. Vanga said that air souls who learn to act without fear will gain power over the currents of life. This is exactly about you. In 2026, your mind, logic, diplomacy, and natural charm will become financial tools. You will be able to convince anyone, open any door, and create an alliance that will bring huge profits. Even words spoken between the lines will turn into investments. Autumn will be a time of great culmination. The financial flow that you start in the spring will grow into a real stream of opportunities. It could be a deal that changes your life, an inheritance, a victory in a case, a profitable sale, or a breakthrough in your career. Everything you do at this time will have a domino effect. One step leads to dozens of others, and they all lead to growth. Money will come unexpectedly, quickly, as if life itself is competing to show how ready you are for this level. But with growth will come a test, the temptation to return to old fears. It may seem too good to be true, and here it is important to remember, luck does not tolerate doubt. If you start to doubt, the flow will weaken. If you keep faith in your own strength, the financial upswing will continue. 2026 is not testing your knowledge, but your confidence. At the end of the year, you will notice how your environment has changed. Those who once saw you as just a dreamer will now see you as a leader. People will seek your approval, your presence, and your advice. And here you will come to the main realization. True harmony lies not in pleasing everyone, but in remaining true to yourself, even when you are at the top. 2026 will give you freedom, financial, psychological, and social. You will be able to afford not only money, but also choice. Choices about where to live, who to work with, where to invest. And that will be the greatest reward of the year. Your life will become an example of how to combine intelligence, beauty, confidence, and wealth into one harmonious formula. At the end of the year, another surprise awaits you, a gift from fate that will complete the cycle of transformation. It could be a deal, a victory, recognition, or new love that will bring not only emotions, but also new resources into your life. Because the universe always rewards those who are not afraid to follow their hearts. The year 2026 will make Libra not just a symbol of balance, but a symbol of confidence in its own value. All doubts, all fears, all years of waiting will finally come together in a mosaic where every detail is a step towards greatness. And when the year ends, you will no longer be searching for harmony. You will become it. Harmony that breeds success, attracts money, draws opportunities, and creates a new reality in which Libra will never again doubt their own strength. Scorpio. For Scorpio, 2026 is a year of financial awakening, which will begin not with money, but with a shock. One that will destroy old beliefs, shake off your weaknesses, and force you to see who you really are. You are on the threshold of the most powerful period of your life, but the universe will not let you pass into wealth just like that. It will demand honesty, not before others, but before yourself. And when you manage to look at yourself without masks, the most powerful shift in financial energy you have ever experienced will begin. At the beginning of the year, you will feel pressure. Events will unfold quickly like a storm, leaving no time for reflection. Old projects may start to fall apart, and people you trusted will reveal themselves from an unexpected side. It may seem that fate is testing you by throwing you into circumstances that make no sense, but it is through this chaos that it is paving the way for you to gain power you never even dreamed of. Scorpios don't receive gifts. They conquer. And this year, you will conquer everything. Already in February, an event will take place that will turn the financial dynamics upside down. It may be an unexpected breakup of a partnership or even a loss, but it is precisely this that will open up space for a real breakthrough. Something new will take its place. An offer, a deal, a business idea that will seem too risky at first. But if you trust your strength, this opportunity will be the beginning of a new cycle. 2026 will not tolerate doubts. Either you rule or you obey, and you are made to rule. Mid-spring will bring a moment of enlightenment. You will see a path that previously seemed invisible. Scorpio's intuition will become sharper than any analytical calculation. It will push you to act, quickly, without fear. This period could be explosive in a financial sense. Deals that have been stalled for months will suddenly move forward. Money that someone owes you will be returned with interest. A stream of clients, investors, and partners will open up. And every day will bring new opportunities, as if the universe has decided to make up for lost time. But every rise will be followed by temptation. In the summer, Scorpio will face the illusion of omnipotence. Money will start to appear so easily that it may seem like an endless stream. And this is where the trap lies. You must not lose your vigilance. The universe is watching to see if you are capable of controlling energy rather than becoming its slave. If you lose focus, the flow will weaken. If you remain cool and attentive, it will increase tenfold. This year will teach you the most important thing. Financial power does not come when you chase money, but when you manage people, energy, and information. You will understand that the greatest capital is not money, but influence. And in 2026, this influence will become your main tool. People will listen, obey, and follow you. You will become a person whose presence alone opens doors. Autumn will bring a test in the form of a big deal or a serious choice. You will have to decide whether it is worth risking everything to gain even more. And this choice will be the most difficult in recent years. But this is where your true nature will reveal itself: cold, precise, unyielding. Scorpios are never afraid of losing because they know they can create again. And if you make a decision with your heart, not your fear, you will get a result that will surprise even you. Vanga once said that those who see in the dark will find gold where others see an abyss. This year is made for Scorpios. In 2026, you will learn not only to earn money, but also to turn a crisis into a source of profit. Where others see a threat, you will see a path. And each such situation will bring profit. By the end of the year, your influence will grow to unprecedented levels. You can become a leader in your field, get a management position, launch your own brand or business, which will become a symbol of stability. During this period, many will turn to you for advice, and not only in financial matters. You will become the figure who shapes the environment around you. But with power comes silence, an inner, deep silence that you haven't felt in a long time. Because after the storm comes calm, in which you realize you have won, not by chance, not by luck, thanks to yourself. And this peace will be more valuable than all the money in the world. But ironically, it is at this moment that the greatest financial gain will come, unexpectedly from a source you had long forgotten. It will be the last gesture of fate, a reward for your endurance. 2026 will make you the master of your own life. Not because it is easy, but because it will teach you that wealth is not money, it is power over yourself. And when you master yourself, the money will come on its own. You will feel that you no longer have to prove anything to anyone. Your energy speaks for you. People will see in you a confidence that cannot be bought or imitated. This will be your real capital. The end of the year will be a culmination, a transition to a new financial level. At this point, you will be able to afford what previously seemed unattainable. A big purchase, an investment, a dream that you have been putting off for a long time. But most importantly, you will feel that you are now in control of your reality. 2026 will be the year when Scorpio proves that it doesn't just survive storms, it creates them. When others are lost in fear, you will act. And that is why you will win. The money that comes will not go away, because it will come not by chance, but as a result of your strength, strategic thinking, and unbreakable character. And when the year comes to an end, the world will see you not just as a successful person, but as someone who changes the rules of the game. You will remember 2026 forever, as the year when you stopped being someone who searches for the path and became someone who creates it. And this path is golden. Sagittarius. For Sagittarius, 2026 will be a year of tremendous change in consciousness, when the familiar world will suddenly reveal itself in different colors. Brighter, sharper, more tangible. This will not just be a year of luck, it will be a year of financial evolution, in which every step, every decision, even a random word will begin to shape a new reality, where your belief in your own mission will be the main driving force. The fiery element of the year will fuel you with breakthrough energy, and the universe will push you forward, sometimes sharply, sometimes painfully, but always accurately. At the beginning of the year, Sagittarius will find themselves at a point where the old roads no longer lead forward. Projects that once seemed promising will begin to slow down, and some relationships will fall apart. But this is not a loss, it is a cleansing of space. The universe is removing everything that stands in the way of your movement toward true wealth. Just when the situation seems unstable, the first hint of a great discovery will appear, financial, professional, or even spiritual. The year of the fire horse will awaken your hunting instinct, powerful, unstoppable, focused on the prey you deserve. You will feel that it is time to act differently than before. And it is this change in thinking that will be the starting point for your rise. 2026 will not reward the passive, it will elevate those who feel the moment and are not afraid to go where there is risk. The first major shifts will occur in the spring. It is during this period that Sagittarius will have a chance for a breakthrough that will change their financial trajectory. It could be a deal, an acquaintance, a random decision, but it will be fateful in a good way. The universe will test your readiness to take big bets. And if you trust your intuition, you will get everything. At this time, the main thing is not to listen to fear, because fear in 2026 will become the main enemy of success. Sagittarius is a sign that is born for big things, but often holds itself back. This year will break the chains of doubt. Events will begin to unfold at an avalanche-like speed. The money you once earned with difficulty will begin to come easily, but only when you stop trying to control it. It will come with ideas, actions, and inspiration. All attempts to act cautiously this year will lead to losses, while all displays of courage will lead to super profits. Summer will be a moment of financial energy explosion. This is a period when Sagittarius will have the opportunity to scale up, start their own business, go international, create a product that will win the trust of a large audience. Your ideas will find support among influential people. At this time, it is important to be attentive to your contacts. Among your new acquaintances will be a person who will become your conduit to large capital or a prestigious position. But amid this frantic pace, 2026 will also set traps. You may feel that you don't have enough strength, that everything is moving too fast. This fatigue is not a sign of weakness, but a symptom of growth. The universe is raising you to a level where you need to think big. If you can stay focused, you will get more than you ever dreamed of. In the middle of the year, two realities may collide, the old and the new. The past will pull you back, promising peace, while the future will beckon, but it will require courage. And this is where the main battle of 2026 will unfold, the battle between stability and breakthrough. Your decision will determine everything. If you choose stability, you will remain where you were. If you go into the unknown, you will gain not only profit, but also the freedom that others only dream of. In the fall, Sagittarius will enter a phase of triumph. This will be the moment when everything that seemed unattainable becomes reality. Finances will stabilize, profits will grow, and your reputation will strengthen. People who once doubted your abilities will begin to seek your partnership. You will gain not only money, but also influence that cannot be bought. And this influence will be sustained by the energy of confidence that now lives within you. In her visions, Vanga said that those born with an arrow in their heart will find gold where others see wind. The year 2026 will make this metaphor a reality. You will learn to earn not through stability, but through speed. Your wealth will come not from expectations, but from moments of inspiration. And this will become your superpower, the ability to act quickly when others are still thinking. At the end of the year, the universe will make another move. It will test you with a large sum, either literally, a big deal, investment, win, or metaphorically, a big decision. This will be a moment when you need to trust your instincts. And if you take this step without hesitation, you will achieve a financial breakthrough that will change the trajectory of your life forever. 2026 will transform Sagittarius into a person who no longer seeks opportunities. They create them. You will see how the world reacts to your thoughts. Your words will begin to carry weight. People will listen, invest, and follow. And all this will be the logical conclusion of your long journey, a journey where doubt has given way to determination. As the year draws to a close, you will feel not just pride, you will feel peace. Because you will finally see that luck is not a gift of fate, but a reflection of inner faith. And that is why 2026 will be the year when Sagittarius transforms from a dreamer into the architect of their own wealth. The money that comes will not be a coincidence. It will be a reflection of your strength, your decisions, your dedication. And when others are just beginning to understand that the world is changing, you will already be striding ahead, with a clear vision, a cool head, and a warm heart beating to the rhythm of victory. 2026 will make you a symbol of movement. When others stand still, you move forward. When others doubt, you act. And that is why fate will choose you to show others that courage is always rewarded. This year will prove that the power of faith in your own path can not only bring money, but also change the very essence of life, forever. Capricorn. 2026 will be a turning point for Capricorn, when fate will separate the past from the future with surgical precision. It will be a year when years of effort, endurance, cold calculation, and sacrifice will finally explode in the form of an impressive financial boom. But before rewarding you, the universe will test you once again. Are you ready to accept such power without losing control? Because 2026 is not just luck. It is the point at which power is born, and Capricorn will become its embodiment. From the first days of the year, you will feel that the energy of the world has changed. Things that have been standing still for a long time will start to move. Events will pick up speed. People you haven't seen in a long time will return to your life, bringing new opportunities. But along with opportunities will come challenges. 2026 will not allow you to remain in the middle. It will force you to either rise or disappear from the game. Even Capricorn, who has always acted cautiously, will feel the need to take risks this time. The beginning of the year may bring an unexpected loss or breakup, financial, business, or emotional. And it is this crack that will open the way to something new. because too much in your life has become predictable, and the universe does not tolerate stagnation. It will destroy old structures so that you can build something grand. It is from these ruins that the future will begin to grow. The first signs of a breakthrough will appear in March and April. It will be like the awakening of a dormant volcano. The financial energy that you have accumulated over the years will suddenly burst out. Ideas will appear that will make your pulse race. They may seem too risky, but that is where success lies. One right step, and an avalanche of events will begin that will change your situation forever. Spring 2026 will be the moment when Capricorn stops playing by someone else's rules. Your inner strategist will awaken, seeing not just today, but years ahead. You will begin to act coolly, thoughtfully, and at the same time quickly. Your decisions will surprise those around you. Where does this confidence, this precision come from? But you will know that this is no coincidence. This is the moment when all your past efforts converge into a single line of destiny. By summer, the situation will begin to unfold at full speed. Money will start coming in unexpectedly, but systematically. New contracts, investments, deals, offers, everything will start working at once. And for the first time, you will feel not just success, but influence. People who once doubted you will turn to you for help. And then you will understand, your strength lies not only in your work, but in the fact that you never gave up. But 2026 will not allow you to relax. In the middle of the year, a moment of reckoning will come. Financial growth will cause envy, resistance, and even attempts to drag you into conflicts. But this is where the true Capricorn will show itself, cold as a rock that cannot be moved. At this time, the main thing is not to react emotionally, because it is your steadfastness that will become a magnet for even greater success. The universe does not like those who waver and rewards those who remain calm in the storm. In August-September, a major financial breakthrough awaits you. It could be a large-scale deal, a business startup, a lucrative partnership, or an investment that will turn your life upside down. Money will begin to multiply at an incredible rate. Everything you touch will bring results. But the most valuable thing is the realization that this is not just luck. It is the result of your consistency, endurance, and dedication to your goal. Vanga once said that those who hold on to the earth will reap its fruits when the world is engulfed in flames. In 2026, the world will indeed resemble flames. Rapid changes, market fluctuations, instability, and fear among the masses. But Capricorn is the earth, solid and unbreakable, and it is this that will attract wealth. You will be the one who keeps a cool head when others panic, and that will make you stronger than ever. Autumn will bring a sense of power over reality. You will be able to predict consequences, sense the right time to act, and control the flow of money and people. During this period, life will resemble a chess game where your every move leads to victory. But most importantly, you will feel calm, because you will finally understand that you control not only your finances, but also your own destiny. The end of the year will bring a climax. You will achieve a result that seemed impossible. It could be financial success, an influential position, your own company, or a stable passive income that will allow you to no longer depend on circumstances. But at the same time, you will face a choice: to remain a hoarder or to become a creator. And if you choose the latter, your wealth will multiply. 2026 will change your perception of money. It will cease to be a goal. It will become a resource for creating a system that you can pass on. You will start thinking not about earnings, but about legacy. And this is the main meaning of the year. Capricorn will become the architect of the future. At the end of the year, you will look back and realize that all the losses that once hurt were points of rebirth. Each defeat prepared you for this strength. And now you stand at the top, not because the world was kind to you, but because you endured when others fell. 2026 will make Capricorn a symbol of resilience and greatness. You will become the one who knows how to stay the course when everyone else is panicking. And so fate will give you the keys to wealth, not temporary, but stable, growing year after year. Because this year is your Rubicon. After it, you will no longer be surviving. You will be in control. And when others are just beginning to look for support, you will already be it. For yourself, for your loved ones, for the world. 2026 will not be easy, but it will be the fairest. And when the year comes to an end, you will realize that it was all worth it. Because now you have in your hands not just money, but power over time, opportunity, and life itself. And this power will remain with you forever. Aquarius. For Aquarius, 2026 is not just a new chapter, it is a whole new book. Everything you once knew about life, money, success, and loss will be turned upside down. The year of the fire horse will bring a storm that will initially be frightening, but then it will give you a freedom you never even dreamed of. This year will be the year of awakening the genius that lies dormant within you. You will stop looking for logic and start creating it yourself. And that's when wealth will start coming to you as if the universe itself has decided to compensate you for all your past years of struggle. From the first weeks of the year, a feeling of tension will appear in your life. Events will become intense, days will fly by, and thoughts will be loud. The feeling that something is about to happen will not let you go. And this is indeed the case. 2026 will be a year of great paradigm shift. Aquarians who cling to the past will feel it slipping through their fingers, but those who let go of control will find themselves at the epicenter of events, where financial breakthroughs are born out of chaos. The first changes will come in the sphere of work or business. What used to be profitable may come to a halt, but at the same time, completely new directions will open up that you previously considered unrealistic or too adventurous. They will become the key to your wealth. In 2026, Aquarius, you cannot think in the usual way. Only steps outside the box will bear fruit. And the bolder they are, the stronger fate will support you. People will begin to notice in you what you yourself have ignored. The power of conviction, ideas that change thinking, the ability to unite people around you. It is these traits that will make you a financial magnet. In February or March, you may meet someone who will become your guide to a new reality. This person will not necessarily be a business partner, perhaps someone from your circle of acquaintances who will inspire or push you to action. After that, your energy will start to work differently. You will stop looking for opportunities. They will start looking for you. Spring will be a turning point. You will begin to understand that financial success comes not from effort, but from the right actions at the right moment. And that moment will come unexpectedly. An offer, a new project, or even a conversation that you initially consider trivial will turn out to be the key to wealth. 2026 will make your decisions almost prophetic. You will know when to act, and your every step will bring results. But at the same time, drama will unfold. The past will not want to let go. People, situations, and circumstances will try to keep you in your old rut. And it is at this moment that you will have to make the most important choice between security and a breakthrough. Those who remain in their comfort zone will miss their chance. Those who dare to move forward will gain not just profit, but real power over cash flows. In the Pshat, summer, an event awaits you that can be called a point of no return. It could be a deal, starting a business, an investment, or even a move. A decision that seems too bold will become the entry point into your new destiny. At this time, it is important to listen to your heart, not your mind. Logic will not help, because 2026 is ruled by intuition. Financial opportunities will appear where others see only risk. You can invest in something completely new, participate in an unusual project, or start a business that you previously considered too crazy. But that's the secret. It is this madness that will open the door to money. Aquarius will have the chance to create something unique that will set them apart from thousands of others. Autumn will be the peak of growth. Money, fame, influence, everything will begin to multiply. But at the same time, it will be a period of tension. You will realize that success is not only a reward, but also a responsibility. People will wait for your decisions, your advice, your leadership. And here you will see your true power. Because 2026 will not just make you rich, it will make you a symbol of influence. Vanga said in her prophecies, "Those who can see the invisible will rule the world when the year of the fire horse comes." And this prophecy is about you. You will see opportunities where others see the end. You will feel how the energy of money responds to your thoughts. Your ideas, which once seemed utopian, will begin to bring real profits. And that will be the moment when you realize that finances are not just numbers, they are a reflection of the power of thought. By the end of the year, you will become a person who creates their own rules of the game. You will have resources that will allow you not only to live comfortably, but also to change the lives of others. But the main thing is the inner feeling of freedom. You will no longer be limited by money, the opinions of those around you, or past mistakes. 2026 will open the door to large-scale investments, partnerships, and international contacts. This is a year when you can earn amounts that previously seemed like fantasy. But the main thing is not quantity, but quality. Money this year will be alive. It will come easily, but only to those who act with faith in their own vision. The end of the year will bring a moment of calm. After the storm, after the ups and downs, after the struggles and triumphs, there will be silence, but not empty, rather majestic. You will look back and realize that 2026 did not just bring wealth, it opened you up. You have become what you were always meant to be, a person who thinks more broadly, sees further, and feels more deeply, and that will be your real treasure. Because the financial success of 2026 is just the beginning, it will open up a new role for you. You will become someone who does not seek profit, but creates value. And therein lies your victory. Because when you start living not for money, but for meaning, money will start serving you. 2026 will make Aquarius the symbol of a new era. An era where wealth is not a material indicator, but the ability to see the invisible and act when others are afraid. And when the year ends, you will understand. No force can stop a person who believes in themselves so much that the world begins to adapt to their beliefs. Pisces, 2026 will be a moment of birth for a new world for Pisces. Not metaphorically, literally. Everything you knew, everything you relied on, everything you believed in will be destroyed to open up a path you never dared to dream of. This year will break old patterns and turn your fate upside down, but it will do so with only one goal in mind: to show you that true wealth begins not when money appears, but when you realize your own power over reality. And 2026 will give you that power. At the beginning of the year, Pisces will feel that the energy of change is already at the doorstep. Everything around will become tense, as if the world is holding its breath. Things that used to move slowly will suddenly start to speed up. People from the past will reappear in your life, and circumstances that seemed closed will begin to open up. But at the same time, a feeling of anxiety will appear deep in your soul, a feeling that something is brewing. And it's true. The universe is preparing you for rebirth. In February or early March, the first sign will appear on the horizon, a small event that will seem insignificant, but it will mark the beginning of a new chapter. It could be an acquaintance, an idea, a sudden coincidence, or inspiration that comes out of nowhere. From that moment on, reality will begin to rebuild itself around you. All the paths that seemed disconnected will begin to converge at a common point. And then you will understand. What you have been striving for years is finally beginning to take shape into something real. Pisces has always been a sign of depth, and it is depth that will be your advantage. 2026 will allow you to see what others cannot see with their eyes. Where others see chaos, you will see logic. Where others see loss, you will sense hidden opportunity. This is your secret to success this year. You will be able to act intuitively, but unerringly. And every decision you make, even impulsive ones, will work in your favor. Spring will be a period of awakening financial energy. Fate will begin to take you to a new level. Some Pisces will receive an offer they cannot refuse, a new business, contract, collaboration, or even a big deal that will seem like a miracle. Others will discover a source of income that previously seemed insignificant, but will now begin to bring in a steady income. All this is just the beginning, because the real financial boom for Pisces awaits in the second half of the year. But before that, the universe will test you. In the spring, you will feel tension building around you. People may start demanding your time, attention, and resources. And here it is important not to get distracted. You must learn to say no, because 2026 is a year of concentration, when your energy must be directed into a single stream. If you go in all directions at once, the stream will dissipate. If you focus, you will be able to make a leap that will elevate you to a level that others do not even dream of. In the summer, what can be called a financial awakening will begin. Money will start coming in from various sources, new and old, unexpected and logical. And the calmer your attitude to this flow, the wider it will become. Don't try to control the process, just let it flow. Pisces who trust their inner feelings will have the opportunity to materialize their desires right before their eyes. It will seem like a miracle, but you will know that it is the result of harmony between intuition and action. In the middle of the year, fate will open a door to a new status. This could be a transition to a leadership position, the creation of your own brand, investments, or unexpected popularity. And with this change will come the main realization. Wealth is not in money, but in the ability to influence. You will feel that your energy is beginning to change the world around you. People will listen, imitate, and seek your presence. And this will be the beginning of a new stage, a stage of power. Autumn will bring a powerful surge of financial opportunities. For some, it will be a big deal. For others, a win. And for others, a large-scale partnership that will open the way to millions. But the main thing is the state you will feel inside. Everything that once seemed unattainable will suddenly become accessible. And at the same time, you will understand that the real secret to success is not luck, but the willingness to accept it. Pisces often doubt themselves, even when fate puts them at the center of events. This year, there will be no such doubt. Instead, there will be confidence, quiet, but unshakable. Vanga once said that those born under the sign of water will see in the reflection a world that will bring them gold. This prophecy will come true in 2026. You will begin to see the reflection of your thoughts in reality. You will seek it how ideas turn into profit, how desires materialize. And you will understand that the world is not an enemy, but a co-creator. The end of the year will be the climax. During this period, financial flows will intensify to their maximum, but at the same time, you will feel the need for inner peace. This will be the moment when you need to stop running and accept. Just let the universe finish its work. Everything you started at the beginning of the year will bear fruit, and they will exceed all your expectations. By the end of the year, Pisces will become a person who no longer chases money. Money comes to them on its own. This is not a fairy tale. It is the result of the deep harmony you will find. 2026 will show you that your weaknesses are not an obstacle, but a source of strength. That sensitivity, intuition, and dreaminess are not weaknesses, but the ability to see what others do not notice. And that is what will make you invincible. 2026 will be a year of great revelation for Pisces, when you will see that the world has always been on your side. Everything that seemed lost will return in a new form. Every sacrifice will be compensated, every pain will have meaning. And for the first time in a long time, you will feel not just peace, but deep gratitude. Because you will understand, you are no longer floating with the current, you yourself have become the ocean. The end of the year is not the end, it is a new beginning. And when the calendar turns the page, you will meet a different you, confident, whole, rich not only materially, but also internally. And this will be the greatest gift of 2026, to feel that you are not part of history, you are writing it yourself. And this story, Pisces, is golden.